I hope that you're in your not too comfortable chair and maybe perched a little more toward the edge of the chair, which again gives you a bit of room for your back to move. You may have a strap or something to support your movement session for in a little while. And also it's good to have some water just there if you get a little thirsty. So without further ado, let's just check in, arrive in the body-mind rather than the mind-body. And that might be to put a hand to the belly, 2 hands to the belly, or a hand to the heart and a hand to the belly, whichever feels comfortable, easy. And just tune into the flow of your breath moving. So we arrive in what is going on all the time through life, which is our breath. And finding comfort, connection to ourselves with the breath. Waves of expansion and contraction. And perhaps you can feel via your hands that the waves are becoming more expansive and slowing down, as in more spread waves. And you're tuning into your body, perhaps the feet on the floor, the feel of the legs pressing onto the chair. The temperature of your hands. And what the hands feel. And then we can bring the hands together at the heart center, and you feel skin touching skin. And in between the hands, you might have an intention for your practice today. So it's a nice moment just to connect to that. Connect to something that you'd like for yourself from your practice or from today. And we'll begin to send that intention up and out into the world. So with the next breath in, just start to let the fingers rise and the chin lift to follow the fingers. You don't have to go super high here. And as you breathe out, bring that intention back to heart and let the chin follow down. Moving with your breath, trying that again, gently lifting. And the exhale, bringing that back into heart center. 2 or 3 more times at your pace. Perhaps feeling the body start to stretch a little more. Letting the breath initiate movement. And we'll start to let the fingers point outwards whenever you're next ready. And let the fingers reach forward as you breathe in. And return back as you breathe out. You might let the upper body flow with fingers, or you might just reach palms forward. Again, with your breath. Gentle, purposeful. Good. And then we're going to get a little wiggly. So you can let the arms make a wave-like movement. Turning your left and turning your right. And this can go at different levels. So you might take that a little higher and a little lower. And once we're out of one breath per movement, it's easy to lose track of the breath. But see if you can feel the breath. Moving your ribs. Great. Bringing that back into center. Taking your next breath in and letting the arms spread out, the chin lift, the chest lift. Exhale, wrap around. Big hug, big hug, big hug. Round your back. Breathe in and open, expansion into the world. Exhale, hug and round and wrap in. Do more like that. Maybe you're changing the cross of the arms, which is on top, which is below. More. Great. Bringing the hands onto the lap, take the feet a little wider and begin to get a flow, circle, a spiral, an arc. You might change direction, but getting this lovely limber, free feeling into the spine. It always makes my chair creaky. Feel free to creak. Then I know you're wiggling and writhing. That feels good. Also an eye on the breath. Right, so loosening up a little bit, slowing the flow, bringing the feet just that teeny bit closer, and then we'll open up a little more into the side ribs and the spine that way. So you might gently tap into one side of your ribs. It doesn't really matter which way, but lean away and see if you can make space here in the ribs. Maybe you even make a little sound. Ah. And you know, you can fill your lung into this area. See if you can do it. Feel the lung expand into there. Super. So the side we've tapped, just take a breath into that side. Maybe you have a bit more volume. And we'll do the same on the other side. So I'm really aware that by tapping, we're actually kind of stimulating the muscles between the ribs, which have to move to allow your lungs to expand in there. So maybe again a sound. Ah. Leaning over. Good. And then coming back up. And again, notice that side. Perhaps there's depth to the breath. Great. And then we're going to roll the shoulders just a little, just to loosen up here. Before we go a little deeper into the side bend that we were just doing. Start to let the elbows go with the roll here. Very free, flexible shoulders, arms. And then we can take one at a time and see if we can backstroke a little bit, getting the arms just a little higher, and then reverse the direction. So now we're front crawl, loosening into the arms, the shoulders. And let's see now if we can take that side bend a bit deeper now. So the right arm reaches up, we can hold it across here, and you might just remind with a gentle tap. And then you can let the other arm hang, or you can cheat a little. And I'm holding the side of the chair just to give me a little purchase to really stretch over. Now you do the breathing. Right, we'll bring that all the way back. Oh, and we're going to do the same on the other side, bringing the arm up and across, and maybe you just tap again into the ribs. Or you might want to anchor your hands to hold the chair, so it gives me extra chance to really stretch away. Find a bit of softness in the jaw. Now I can use my hand down there to even push me up, which is very lazy and perfect. Give an extra roll of the shoulders. We're going to come back to the side bend, but add in some Vinyasa. And I like a little Vinyasa. It's this idea of small movements within the pose, perhaps sort of vinyasa. It's kind of a little like that, but not a continuous flow. So we'll do some warm up for the neck. So we can just gently nod the head. Yes, yes to all fabulous possibilities today. And that's a lovely gliding feeling of the throat and the neck. And then with the chin to neutral, turn the head to the right. And then turn the head to the left. Have you got a favorite side? And bringing the head to center will bring the right ear to the right shoulder. But see if you can look up toward the ceiling here. You'll get the ear closer to the shoulder, actually. And find your breath. Head comes to center, and then taking left ear to left shoulder. And see if you can just turn the chin a little more to the ceiling. And notice maybe the shoulder and the ear are almost in kissing, maybe. Bring everything back into center. Now we'll warm up the neck a little. Let's come back to the side bend. So taking the right arm up and coming into your side bend. Again, you might hold the chair for that extra support. And here's our mini yoga moment. Let's turn the head down to look at the floor. And with the next breath in, start to turn your head up to look at you, towards your hand or to the ceiling. And exhale, turning the head down. Inhale, widen your head up. Nice, smooth, easy action. Exhale, head turning. One more, turning the head. And exhale, head turns down. Let's drop the arm down and let the chin roll along the chest. So as you center, just let the chin roll along the chest a couple of times like a giant bowling ball. So we're coming into our side bend. If you're not there already, and gently moving your neck so your head turns down and up. Gently down and up. And then bringing that all the way back. Oh my goodness me, I don't know what's happening with technology these days. It's me, some weird things going on in the world. So let's just take a moment to roll the shoulders. And I have to be like a duck and shake it out. So that's what we're going to do to help me, if not yourself. So shaking out the arms and stamping the feet. Fantastic. We'll shake them up high. Great. And then let the arms down and just gently swing back and forth. And we'll get some rotation now into the body. So just reaching with one arm forward, one arm back, and start to agitate the belly. Thinking of the washing machine, and it agitates the clothes by turning from side to side with the agitators. Turning stomach, the liver, all of those good things. And again, you can reach at different levels, sometimes high and sometimes low. Breathing is flowing. And then we'll take this into the held twist. So pick a side. It doesn't matter which one. Which one do you want to go to? But make sure you're turning your head and then letting that breath flow in and out. Massaging your organs, creating this lovely serous fluid that surrounds our organs and allows the organs to move around each other, allows them to function well. So shall we unspiral and go into the other direction? Set yourself up, let the head turn, and then work is the breathing. Every breath massaging, moving. Good. Turn it back into center. Going to warm up the lower limbs, and so we can do a little bit of sit to stand and exercise. So let's take one leg and we'll just lift and lower, getting that nice fold, the crease of the hip joint. And we can be very simple and do that on the other side. Are you aware of any changes, any differences between the sides? This is my slightly stiffer side, so I have to be very kind to it. So I'm going to give it a circle and say you're lovely and fluid, easeful and comfortable. And then we can go in the opposite direction. Super. Let's do that on the other side. So circling out. And in the opposite direction. Great. We're going to get the knees moving. So you might just give a welcome, a hello to all of the ligaments, the tendons that are all around the sides, the back, and below the knee. So you're kind of warming that up. Again, receptors will get the idea, the message that smooth movement is upon us. Hands to the legs and just start to kick out here and feel your lovely quads moving and strengthening around the knees. And then we'll hold the right leg out and get the foot moving. So the foot pumping the blood back to the heart when we paddle the foot like that. And very simple, we're going to do the other side. And then let's have a little more mobility going back to the first side and finding some kind of circular movement. And I would say do a little bit of a twirl one way and then another twirl in the other direction. So you're easily able to change direction in your movements. Good job. Shall we do the other side? So you can give it a circle or two, but then see, can I change my direction quickly and breathe? It's easy to hold the breath. All right, I think we're kind of limber and ready for a little bit of sit to stand. And this is a great boost for the day to get out of the chair. So do what you can, but play a little bit. Getting up and down out of the chair is not so easy for you. You can still engage core and legs by doing a little bit. And then I think I'm going to do 5 times up and down out of the chair. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even more. So I'm going to go. Whoops, up we go. Nice and easy. And then a nice, steady sit down. Beautiful. That's lovely. And off we go. Very nice. So we can use the imagery. There's a gust of wind whoosh blowing you up. Very easy. Nice, simple sit down. We've got 2 more, and I'm not very good at counting, but I think it's 2. It's going to be 2 in. And then we're off. And you can choose from now on if you want, anytime you want to sit down, you can sit down if you're tired, but a little bit of standing exercise is super good through the day. Maybe your chair is there as a support if you feel you need to do that. So I'm just going to shift the weight a little side to side. And then finding center. So mountain pose, we're really tall, elegant. There's an energy running up through the front of the body, rising, 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 like a wave, crashing over the top of the head, and then energy releasing down your back. Maybe you can feel that line of energy lifting up the front and relaxing those back muscles down. So we stand tall but effortlessly. I'm going to find a little teeny bend in the knees, a micro bend, so we're using the muscular sleeve to support us. And let's bring the hands back to the heart. Tap into your intention. And let's move it again, but this time standing. So push up with a little bend to the knees and a push into the ground with the feet. Breathe in and let the arms rise. And exhale and bring that back to the heart. Maybe your head's looking down as well. Let's try that again. Breathing in, arms rise. And exhale back into the heart. Inhale, fingers rise. This time the arms are going to open. Spread your intention out. Wide, 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 wide. Ah, that's good. Shall we do that again? Bringing the hands to the heart. Push up from the ground. Breathing in. And spread that wide, wide. Let's try one more. Reaching up. Spreading that nice and wide. Super. Just the right arm is going to come all the way up. And let's come back to our side bend together. Push up from the ground, come all the way back. We can let the left arm rise. Come into our side bend. So opening the side body feels so good. Push up, coming back through center. Okay, let's take both arms in front, rising all the way up. This time we're going to clock twist the body to the right, and you can open your wings if that feels good. With your breath in, come to center. With your breath out, clock twist to the other side. With the breath in, coming into center. And then as you breathe out, begin to fold down the hands to the legs. So wide across your bottom, and you're into like a skier's position, a skier's squat. Nice big stretch across the bum. Push the feet into the ground, rising all the way up, letting the arms rise. We're going to take that clock twist again toward the right. Breathe in, come through center. Breathe out, clock twisting to the other side. Breathe in, come through center. Exhale, begin to fold in again. And maybe you've got the hands on the thighs, or this time maybe the elbows on the thighs, whatever feels good. So coming into this strong, steady squat. Feel the ground be pushed away. So you push your feet coming all the way up, 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 up. Fingers rise. Let's take our side bend to the right. Breathe into center. Breathe out, side bend left. Breathe in, come to center, and then releasing the arms all the way down. Give a nice roll of the shoulders. Excellent. Now we're going to do a triangle pose. It's a good classic yoga pose, and we've done a lot to kind of open the side body and also even do a bit on turning the head. If you want the chair in front of you, please take the chair. I'm not going to do that so you can see what's going on. So we'll take the feet here a little bit wider and just play with shifting the weight. And shifting the weight and kind of bend into the outer side. Just playing with that idea, and it gets us centered on our femur heads. That's the top of the leg. Good. And then we'll do a little bit of a turn. So you're pivoting on the heel and turning the toes out and doing that back and forth and coming into a teeny little bend in there. So can you easily balance as you turn? So pivoting the feet, nice and comfortable, easy joints. I'm going to go toward the left to start with. So turning out to the left. Bend a little into the legs, and you can lean out and reach onto a wall or something, or a table, or you can reach onto your leg or even onto the chair. But then bend a bit into the legs. Bend, get down. So it's an asymmetrical squat. Release your right hand down. Feel the earth push away and open that out into triangle. Turning your head to look at your hand if you can. Now we're looking for the breath to really expand and contract. Feeling the breath moving, opening the side of the ribs. One more really deep breath. Now let the top arm come down. Push away from the earth, come back to center, and we'll turn out to the other side. Oh, crap, went on my foot there. Not sure why. So nice and soft and easy, a little bend to the legs. So letting the left arm reach down, and the right can either reach a chair or a wall or your leg. And we're going to get low to get high. So push the earth away. Feel that energy pull through your limbs as you open into triangle. You're welcome to hold on to the chair. That feels safer. Are you able to turn your head to look up at the hand? Finding the breath. Super. Release the top arm down. Give a little bend to the legs, push off and come into center. Super. So I'm going to do a nice straddle stretch here and using the base of the chair, or rather the seat of the chair, I should say. So the seat of the chair is in front of me. And then I'm going to straddle, so a slightly wider straddle. And then bend and fold in. You might kind of do sort of a downward dog with the hands, or forearms onto the chair, or you can bring your head to the chair, holding in. Just tune in for a moment where you feel a sensation, a stretch. And if it's useful to you, nothing should hurt, but a little challenge or sensation is useful if we direct the breath to be very helpful to find spaciousness, release. One more nice deep breath. And then we'll bring the feet together and come towards the back of the chair or the side of the chair. So we're going to do some balance. So you've got something there just to help you with your balance. So a little tree pose is in store for today. The trees are looking so magnificent, so full and green and fabulous. So we can do that too. So whichever leg is on the outside away from the chair, just going to bend it and let it turn out and in. So you're swinging the leg open and close like a gate. But keep a mini bend into the standing balance leg too, just again to keep the muscles active. And then let's see if we can really turn that leg nice and open, and you can place the foot either toes on the floor or onto your leg. And then explore our tree pose balance, maybe less fingers as you settle in. Perhaps you can picture the roots going down into the ground through your foot in all directions. And then the sunshine bringing out the branches and letting the breath flow. Then letting 2 feet become mountain pose. Just pause for a moment, check in with yourself. And let's try the other side. So engineer yourself so that you feel comfortable enough that you've got something as a support. And then let's explore opening out the hip joint on the furthest away from the chair leg. So I'm going to swing it a little out and in. You can feel the movement is coming from right into the groin area. But to do tree pose, we need the openness and spaciousness. Then figure out, where's your foot going to go? Is it going to be toes touching floor, foot on the shin, or perhaps a little higher? It's up to you. Then rooting through the standing leg. Can we feel roots in all directions going deep, deep, deep into the ground? And perhaps the sunshine is encouraging your branches to open. And as long as you breathe freely, then you're in the right place. Your beautiful tree essence. And a tree becoming mountain as 2 feet find the ground. So check in with that you feel nice and strong and tall. And we're going to add a little bit of a standing twist to the program today. So we'll need to be behind the chair and walk the feet back. So you're having a nice stretch there into the backs of the legs and into the spine. If you need to take a small bend to the legs, you can do that. But finding width across your base of your pelvis between your sitting bones. And you can hold onto the chair with the left hand, and we're going to take the right arm and send it out to the side and turn the head to look at the hand. On an exhale, thread the hand through, follow with your eyes. Let me try that again. Breathing in, swing the arm up, back. And exhale, thread it through. And again, breathing in, reaching the arm up. Exhale, thread it. Maybe we try one more. This nice twist to the upper spine. Great, come back into center, both arms hold. Find that nice symmetrical stretch for a moment. And then we're ready for the other side. So threading the needle, the breath in, letting the arm rise, the head follows. And the exhale, the arm threads. Breath in, arm rises behind. And head accelerates. Two more, following your breath. Coming into center, both arms, reaching and holding the chair. And we'll set the feet in a little closer, so a nice bend into the legs. Send your right leg back into space. Push your heel back. Now, if you want to add a little balance challenge, send your left arm forwards. And do you have to hold on as tightly? I don't know. Keep breathing. Find your strength. Both hands touch down, both legs touch down. You wiggle, jiggle your butt a little side to side. Then you're ready, I hope, to try on the other side. So take your left foot back, reach the leg back, and extend your right arm. Maybe you're not holding on too fiercely with the left hand. Maybe for a moment you could let go. I don't know. Breathe it, feel it. And then we can touch down with the hand, with the foot. Walk the feet closer towards the chair. Let's just do a few calf raises here, lifting the heels, lifting the front of the chest. And then heels down. Maybe we'll try that, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. Getting a nice stretch to the feet. And getting blood to the calves. The little muscles in your feet. Excellent. One more, lifting it up. Super. We're going to try one last little challenge here. Lifting the heels. Lift up the right arm. And if you can, a little bit of a side bend here to the left. Coming up through center, release that down, and then lifting the left arm. Maybe there's the additional side bend. Great. Come up through center, release that down. We're going to give that little shake out. And I think we're ready to sit down and stretch it out in the lower body. So if you have your strap handy, that would be super. And of course, if you need a drink, have a sip of water. Rehydrate. Wonderful. So we'll take the strap and put it around the ball of the right foot. And we'll move our way into pigeon pose. I could let you know also here that if you find pigeon pose very difficult, having a stool or something in front of you, or even a chair, can be helpful for that. So what I'm going to do is take a little bend and let the knee go out toward the side as we did in tree pose. But using the strap, I can kind of lift and lower. And I'm aware of the knee, that the knee shouldn't hurt from doing this. We're really finding openness, I hope, in the hip joint. So this is where you get to decide. This is where a chair in front could be useful, or your foot on the chair that you're sitting on. Or for those who can, you can put it over your thigh. Any of those choices, or you can hold with the strap in front of you. So then the next task is to sit up nice and tall. And you've still got that lovely tall spine, spacious across the base of the pelvis, the breath, and easeful, relaxed shoulders. Taking nice, easy breaths. We're going to add a gentle twist here. So twisting your body to the right towards the leg that's in front of you. And that might be taking your left hand across to the right knee. Following the breath, moving in and moving out. Let's turn back into center and we'll stretch out the leg that we've had in pigeon pose. Again, sit tall, shoulders relaxed. Let's return to the twist by taking your leg across your body and opening out the right arm. And again, turning to the right so you've got that nice full body twist. Let the breath do its work. Soothing, massaging. Let's bring that back into center and take that leg down. And pop the strap down for a moment. And then just give attention to the leg. You might tap or massage all over the leg as far down as you can go. Maybe you even go down to the toes and fold in there. Great. Then we'll come into a nice stretch for the quad and the hip flexor by turning out to the left and bringing the right knee down. You can hold on to the back of the chair and feel there's this lovely spaciousness all the way down here. If you want to add the side bend, reach up the arm, same side arm, and put in the extra side bend. So now not only opening the ribs, working the spine, but also lengthening through your hip flexor. Great, let's bring that back and we'll give our attention to the other side. So popping the strap around the foot and letting your knee just gently nudge out. This isn't really the knee, this is your hip. It's turning your leg out here. And if we can get that nice flexibility in the hip, then you might gently start to lift and lower. So always mindful that we're not cranking the knee, but we are opening through the hip. And it's a different story each side. So maybe this side needs a stool or a chair in front, or we can see if it'll fit onto the seat that you're sitting on, or you're holding with your arms, or it's across the thigh. And I'm tuning into the different tugs and pulls on this side, a little more stretch onto the butt here. So feel what you feel. And come out of your slouch and feel energy lifting up through the front of your spine, all the way up to the top of your head. From that, the shoulders drag down, very relaxed. You can be aware of the jaw being soft and easy. So maybe there's a thought that brings softness in your face. Maybe a loved one or little ducklings, fluffy kittens. And then we'll take our twist towards the leg that is in front. So a little twist to the left. Breath massaging. Turn the body back to center, and then we'll stretch out the leg. And sitting tall, shoulders easy. And taking the strap into the right hand, draw the leg across your body, and we're coming into our full body twist as we open out to the left. Head is turning, chest is turning. each of these held poses giving us a chance to breathe the organs into different levels of malleability, shape. Let's come back into center. We'll take away the strap, bring the leg back down. I'm going to put the strap down now onto the floor and just give attention to the leg on this side, seeing how far down we can go, just feeling muscles, bones, tendony parts, maybe even saying hi to the toes down there. Let's bring ourselves back to center, and we're going to turn out and stretch the hip flexor on this side. So you might want to hold on to the back of the chair and let your left knee draw down to the floor, creating space all along the side of the spine down to the knee. And we can make that space bigger if we maybe do our side bend and stretch it out. Ah, just enjoying the moment. So good. Lovely. Bring the arm back down. Let's come back to a nice straddle and move it out, circle it out. Get that lovely flow through your body. Change your direction because you can. Wonderful. We can find ourselves perched very sweetly in our seat and bringing the hands back to the heart. So here's a lovely opportunity to feel skin of one hand touching skin of the other. And where there's any little space between the hands, perhaps that's a place to nuzzle your intention and see if you have fulfilled your intention for today's practice. Connecting to the heart, to the breath, and to gratitude, our heart's kind, loving, compassionate nature, thankful for all that we have, all that we are. And with the next breath in, we're going to follow that intention up to the sky with our eyes, as the fingers rise. And exhale, bringing that back to the heart and letting the chin fall. And again, breath in, letting that intention rise. And exhale, bringing that back to the heart. And letting the fingers rise again with the eyes following. And this time we'll sprinkle the intention out there in the world. Let the fingers sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And I'll say thank you so very much for joining me on a Sit to Be Fit movement journey, some yoga and all of the other things, stretches and strengthenings. And I hope to see you again later in the year in September. Be well, have a super happy summer. And thank you again for practicing with me.